May God, who has begun this good work in you, bring it to fulfillment.
Our second reading for this Sunday came from the first letter of John. And in it, in the opening words, we hear it said, "Children, let us not love in word and speech, but in deed and in truth." You know, we kind of keep coming back to the same message in this Learn to Discern series. It's the idea of moving out of, maybe what you imagine your life to be or what you imagine your life could be, and to really understand who you are, the gifts God has given you, the joys of your life, and to use those to point to a path that you need to take. Eventually, one needs to stop speaking about discerning a call to the religious life, the priesthood, or even a call to marriage, and one must start living it out. You see that in the world of marriage. People don't really speak anymore about the idea of courtship or the difference between if you're courting someone or if you're dating someone. And it gets a little confusing because people use the words in many different ways. Very simplistically. Some, I'm sure, will say too simplistically. We use that opportunity to date just to see who's out there, to get to know them, to spend little bits of time, oftentimes in groups with other people, to be able to learn the basics of who another human being is. And then if we feel compelled to get to know them a little bit more, then we start to spend more time with them in more focused ways. Perhaps instead of being at a party with 200 people, we simply go out with them and another couple, and there's only the four, in order to have a conversation, in order to spend time with one another. And then, of course, if that person seems to be someone that we would be interested in wanting to get married to, then we would enter into a period of courtship, spending a lot of time with them, getting to meet their family, going to their family functions, and so forth. When it comes to discerning your vocation in life, especially if it's a call to the religious life, to the priesthood of the diocese, or perhaps to a religious order as a priest, you have to be able to stop simply talking about it and thinking about how wonderful it would be. You need to be confident enough to enter into that process of being with and journeying. Spend the time. Maybe it's as simple as going to a come and see weekend, or spending a week or 2 weeks with a religious order community to see how they live. And then to see, how did that make you feel? And the gospel today, talks about, God is going to, cut off the dead branches of the vine. God's going to, sort of weed out those who don't belong, or weed out those things that aren't right within us. It's the same thing for a vocation to the priesthood or the religious life. If you come to the seminary, if you enter a novitiate, God will make it pretty clear to you, not only through your own desires, your own experiences, but also through the voice of the other, the church, whether you are truly called. It is actually as simple as be not afraid. Be not afraid to follow the path that you think God is calling you on. Follow it and allow God to show you whether you have discerned correctly. I guarantee you, at least discerning the religious life, be it as a religious brother or sister, or a priest, diocesan or religious, the time you spend learning about yourself and learning about God more deeply will help you in whatever vocation you end up in, whether it is the priesthood or the religious life, or whether you're called to the married life. You will benefit from being able to truly do what we heard in that reading from the first letter of John, to move from word and speech and to move into truth and action. May you have the courage to do just that. And may God bless you.